Kakovni-but Bakaru. So funny.
The captain seems to think you're some sort of cowboy.
New Paroski.
Немного. Полезно знать, что думает противник. Не правда ли?
It is.
Hello everybody and welcome to another one of my YouTube videos. Today I've got a Platoon game for you in the KV2 and Sherman Easy 8. I'm in the Easy 8 and my friend Caerendil's in the KV2. We're here on Mountain Pass, and on Mountain Pass we've decided to go down to fight at the corner at J2, so that's where we're heading for. The team up, why are KV2 and Sherman Easy 8? Well, KV2's obviously got the firepower and the actual brute strength to sort of take out heavy tanks, medium tanks, light tanks, and my job in the Easy 8 is to basically protect the KV2 whenever he's reloading. So whenever he's defenseless, my fast firing gun is supposed to hold the enemies back. So let's see how that goes. Just saw a sort of artillery splash inside the the route that we were going down. So obviously the enemy Birch player is actually probably quite experienced if he's lobbing shells up blindly in that cap, hoping to hit someone. So we're going to have to be careful at this spot here. Get to here, find a couple of enemy tanks, a T-28, a Wolverine, who I'm slowly pummeling, using the traditional sort of like Easy 8 tactics of just showing my turret and just sort of peppering it with shells. The fast firing gun is just the rate of fire is so good, it's just gonna kill that Wolverine in no time at all. In the meantime, Caerendil in his KV2 slowly lumbered up, and he's got into position at this corner, starts lining up that gap, and just as he's finished lining up, T-28 decides to make his move, but that's the last thing he does, as he's incinerated by HE shell. Score is 2-1. They're sort of established at this corner, which is good. Caerendil keeps pushing up in his KV2. Oh, spots a T-67, which is going to remain hidden up until this point. Oh, I spot on the mini-map that O1 moving across the bridge, and none of the sort of like TDs who are camping the base seem to be doing anything about it, so I'm pushing back to help them out. In the meantime, the KV2 lobs a shell at the T-67, but it goes short and drops down and harmlessly into the dirt, and he backs off to reload. Moves up again, lines up that spot where the T-67 appeared. T-67's backed off, but as you can see, the Sherman Jumbo is slowly backing in and takes a massive 477 points of damage into the side. Meanwhile, back at their base, I've just managed to get around just in time to take out the enemy Crusader. My plan now is to hide behind these rocks here and wait for the O1 to come around the corner. And I switched to sort of premium ammo because I want to make every shot count and take him out as quickly as possible so I can head back to the fight down at J2. So in the meantime, Caerendil's holding the pass, as it were. They're unfortunately down to 2 tanks, and they're faced by quite a lot of enemy tanks, so meanwhile, back at the base, the O1 still hasn't made an appearance around that corner. In fact, he's heading back across the bridge. So I'm heading back to help Caerendil. Okay, Sherman Jumbo's coming out again, and he was very lucky there. He went forward just as Caerendil fired his shot. Gets hit by artillery. I've almost managed to make it back, and by the time I get back, it's only Caerendil who's left here. So just me and him, trying to hold back 5 tanks. There's the T-34-85. He's got quite a powerful gun. Don't want to get hit by him, so with just the 2 of us here, we're going to have to use every sort of defensive advantage we can. I'm telling Caerendil to back off and get some cover, and I'm using this sort of small mound to protect most of my tanks, so just trying to get an outline of that T-34-85 or get hit by the birch gun. Stayed stationary for too long, and he got a good hit into my side, taking out my driver. I in the meantime take out the Sherman Jumbo. Meanwhile, the KV2's backed off to this little sort of bush here, lines up the Sherman Jumbo. And that's me taking him out. Even with a dead driver, the Sherman Jumbo is still quite manoeuvrable. As you can see, I'm not really, my mobility's not really hampered that much, even though my driver's dead. So that's pretty cool. Quite a lot of enemy tanks clustered in that little gap, and if I can actually hit any of them, which I don't seem to be able to do. Churchill 1's making his way around that small mound of come on, gun. Yeah, finally get a shot into the Hellcat. No time to aim, no time to stay in one position for any length of time. Don't want to get hit. Here's the view from the KV2's perspective. He sort of tracks that Churchill 1, but the Churchill 1 is behind that mound. So is the T-67. So Caerendil lines up the spot where they're likely to appear from. In the meantime, however, as you can see, T-34-85 is beginning to push, and he pushes right into Caerendil's massive 152mm cannon. Here we can see it from his perspective. Takes out the T-34-85. Hellcat pushes up, and now Caerendil's got a long reload, and unfortunately the T-67's found him and has got a line of sight to him, and he's just whittling him down. Look at it. Caerendil's almost dead. He's down to 99 hit points, and the final shot just tracks him, and I managed to get a shot into the T-67 to push him back. So KV2's almost dead. I'm still putting shots into the enemy tanks. It's 2 against 3. And then when I look on the minimap, I notice that his Nashorn's come and joined us, so it's back to 3 versus 3, which is slightly better odds. Just hiding behind this rock to see if the enemy tanks will push. We're also in Artie's shadow from that birch gun. It was basically plaguing us for the entire fight around that corner. The score is now 10-7. Our team is slowly, got into the lead. We're just hoping to finish off these 3 tanks. Just waiting to see if anyone will push around that corner, but they don't seem to want to. Too eager to do that, so I move back up. I have a little peek around this bush. There's the Churchill. He spots me and starts backing off. I push up again. There's a Hellcat. He managed to shoot me in the track, and 2 quick shots from the Easy-8's M4A3E8 gun finishes off the Hellcat. Now it's just the Churchill left, and KV2 tries to line him up and just narrowly misses him, and also narrowly misses the Nashorn at the same time. That was lucky and unlucky at the same time. So I'm trying to get into a good flanking position on the Churchill 1. I don't really want to stand and trade shots with him. He's got slightly more health than I have, and I'll probably be dead by the end of it. So now Sean gets to this side of the rock, so I'm going to go on the other side of the rock. Nashorn takes a shot from the birch gun, who's obviously still looking in this direction. Managed to bounce 2 shots off the Churchill 1, then I sort of push up. and decide to get to the rear of him, and that shot finishes him off. This is the view from the KV2 as he's pushing up to try and land a shot into the Churchill. Right, this side is almost gone. The score is 12-10. The enemy have T67 and SU-100Y and the birch gun left. The birch gun is still firing at us. So we'll get up to this corner. I get up high and see if I can spot the T67 or the SU-100Y. I don't want to get hit by him because he's got a massive gun. He'll probably kill every one of us here. So KV2 pushes to the corner. I haven't spotted anything, so Caerendil starts to push up to the next pile of rocks. I, in the meantime, tell him that I'm going to go the long way, and I'm going to go down and around that small sort of hill over there. So I'm going to head round the long way, using these small depressions as cover. Spot the T67, he's over here. Get behind this small mound for cover. See if I can peek over and pepper him with shots. He pushes up, and this is the view from the KV2. He spotted the SU-100Y, but he hasn't got a shot because he's behind those rocks. In the meantime, the T67 pushes out. There's me off in the distance, and Caerendil turns around the massive turret of the KV2, lines up the T67 and finishes him off. So just the SU-100Y left. I tell Caerendil to wait where he is. I'm going to make my way around that southern route and see if I can come round and spot the SU-100Y for him. So push round. There he is, and I can see him, which means he can probably see him quite well as well. So I pull back. Caerendil, however, lines up a perfectly aimed shot, and boom, finishes off the SU-100Y. And that's the end of the game. 15-12. That's the view from my angle. That was a pretty good game. Good platoon work. And here are the results. That was a Tank Mastery 1 and High Caliber and Brothers in Arms, with first and second on the team listings, with 9 kills. So yeah, quite a successful platoon match.
Thank you.